Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the rabbit hole. I'm V,
I'm Connie.
and we are really excited to share today's episode with you. First, let's go ahead and just give you guys a huge thank you for everybody that's coming back and returning. We're really excited that we have so many people from all over the world listening to us.
Super
And
excited.
yeah, it's amazing. One thing that I will say is I'd love to hear what you guys like about the show, so please make sure that you're commenting or liking us below in the comment section. What do you wanna listen to? What questions are on your mind?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like a lot of our episodes so far have been very conspiracy based. So, is there something that is not conspiracy based that you'd really like to hear about?
Yeah, I do feel like rabbit holes tend to lead us always back to some sort of conspiracy, like some but definitely, happy to dive into a rabbit hole of knowledge.
Anytime. Anytime.
Yeah, so I think that today's episode might be a little bit different, less conspiracy-y.
Maybe.
Um,
Yeah. But also, let's shout out to JP. So, thanks, JP, for doing a solid fill in.
yes, thank you, JP. It was a lovely, lovely session last week, and I really enjoyed listening to all the conspiracies that you guys brought to the table. It was funny while I was listening, on the plane while I was away, I was like, "Oh, wish I was in that conversation." There were so many things that I was following along on my own with that, so love the episode. It was really cool. You guys had great chemistry, so really enjoyed that.
You were missed, though. So, I will say that.
Missed you
Yeah.
guys too.
So, on that note, back in episode 1, V was talking about the $5 555 face analysis.
Oh, yeah, and just to give you guys a heads up, so we are gonna go ahead and review these, results for the why the face facial analysis with our celebrity lookalike. So myself, I'm choosing Billie Eilish just because I think, facially structured similar to her, but I guess I'm like a different nationality entirely. So I'm like the brown version of Billie Eilish.
Okay, sounds good. When I was probably about 20 years younger, I used to hear a lot that I looked like Meryl Streep. And these days, with the younger folk, they think I look like Shailene Woodley. So there you have it.
I think that you look really close to Meryl Streep, and it is such a nice compliment. I think, lovely, lovely face you have.
Thank you. Your face is lovely as well,
Oh my gosh,
Billy.
oh, thank you.
Yeah, I still also think you could be a Kardashian, by the way, so either way.
Well, thank you, I appreciate that, but, I don't think I got the lips or the facial surgery for
Okay,
that.
just, "You're beautiful." Alright, let's get to it. So, um, once I paid the 555 to get my facial analysis, it only took a couple days to get results back. So, greetings. I want to sincerely thank you for your interest in my life's work regarding facial analysis. So, and that's Dr. Oh my gosh, drawing a blank.
Doctor Todd, can't forget Doctor Todd.
Dr. Todd. Hey, shout out to Dr. Todd. So, as a basic overview, the basic tenet of face reading is more is less, less is less. Or no, sorry, more is more, less is less. So, yeah, I'm just gonna get started on my face shape. So my face shapes are tree and iron. So tree is basically long rectangular shape. Forehead, cheekbones, and chin are equal width. And the characteristic, they're deeply rooted and can withstand the winds of life. When I read that, I was brought back to soap operas like, these are the days of our lives, like the sands through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. Do you even know what I'm referencing? Do you?
No,
Oh
no,
my
I don't.
goodness. Okay. Soap operas, I don't even know. Okay, fans, are they as big as they used to be, or is like TikTok really replaced everything like TV? I just want to know because I used to like watch Young and the Restless, and if I stayed home sick from school, I was like, yes, I get to watch YNR, you know. But anyways, these are the days of our lives. So the tree, they like to grow on their own, which yes, I agree. I like to grow on my own and not be trimmed back, so I'm not gonna be held to someone else's standards.
And the tree is, it's, denoted by long rectangular shape. forehead and cheekbones and chin of the equal width.
Mhm. Yeah. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you a tree too?"
No, I'm not a tree. I'm
Oh. But you're
well,
you're up with, Dr. Todd. Like, I feel like you probably watch him a lot.
I go down that rabbit hole from time to time.
I love that you know so much. I love it. Okay. They make great parents and bosses. Female tree faces are so into protecting others, they tend not to take care of themselves. Yes, agree. They are resourceful and typically very grounded and spiritual. So, resourceful, again, yeah, I figured out I don't need any help. And then when they said protecting others, I was immediately like, yes, I'm that rabid raccoon that is going to take care of my young no matter what. And then also along with it, we have the iron, which is more square. I'm not
You
really
had a double you had a double face reading?
well, yeah, like, I have double, characteristics, I guess, like, but so here's my thing, I'm not sure how how do you get square but also long, right?
I only got 1, so
Okay,
I don't know.
okay, maybe it's from, like, side view and also, like, front view, maybe? I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be a question for Dr. Todd, so
Yes.
anyway, so the iron face characteristic is strong, stable, but often very stubborn. Agree. I'm also a Taurus, known for being very stubborn. And then they tend to have very amazing follow through. Yes, again, but only in the things that they're interested in. And I get that because if there's a project, if it's boring to me, I'm like, I don't even wanna look into it. I don't even wanna look into it, but if something is really interesting, like our rabbit hole topics, right? I will dive deep in and whatever. I'm a hard worker and also iron face is failure is not an option. They're strong, they're stable, they're protectors. I also have another one that says primary oval, secondary round, and
You got a lot more than I did.
well, I don't
Actually, like, I also got primary oval and secondary round.
yeah, but it doesn't really go it does say, and I think you mentioned in episode 1, the right side is how we present ourselves in public. It also represents our mother's influence, and the left side is how we see ourselves with our father's influence. And then there's a bunch of facial feature interpretations, which I think are just very general. And that, like, I don't know if you got the same thing, but
Well, I think so. So the when you get the 555 face reading, what you're getting is a face reading that tells you what your face is, the basic tenet of face reading. So it tells you a little bit about you overall. It tells you your primary face shape. It tells you your, I guess, understanding your facial features. So, like what your left and right sides are. So, that's where your primary and secondary come in. And then it does give you some basic facial feature interpretations. But Dr. Todd, and I guess I'm not 1000% familiar with face readings overall, but his programs, he has a lot of different programs that he sells, including Faces and Relationships, which is a full course. There's a course on the 9 face shapes and learning how to spot them correctly. There's understanding the 9 different face shapes, as well as a masterclass and a brain tilt homeopathy masterclass.
mm,
So it seems like there are very different levels to this. What we have is probably the most basic version.
yeah. Yeah, I was about to say, like, we just got the 555 basic, and then everything else that I feel like I've looked at is the free version. So
Yeah. Now, I also had an iron face, Connie. So for what they told me was again, same thing, more is more, less is less, but I think we both have iron faces, so we're gonna have similarities in that.
mhm,
So it tells me it mentioned something about my ears and it representing how comfortable I am with taking risks,
mm, mhm.
but it didn't tell me whether or not my ears were large or small, so I don't know.
Same. Yeah.
And as far as the correct characteristics, same thing. Iron faces are strong, stable, but oftentimes very stubborn, diplomatic, and have amazing follow through, which is great for my job. The follow
Mhm,
through is there. If there is no interest, likely to not entertain any ideas concerning that subject at hand. Similar to you, I believe the same. I think that if it's not something that I'm interested in, it is very easy for me to lose focus.
Yeah, same.
What I will say is, and my probably favorite thing about this is, that in the face reading, it gives you kind of like other, which is what Dr. Todd says is our gift from our creator, if you will. For me, I got your gift from our creator is your strength and determination, which I think it was really interesting because, even though we had that same face, we still got different readings with that.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about you, but the pictures that I sent in, because 'cause they're like, "Don't try to smile, don't have any makeup on." I was like, "Ooh, these are the most awful pictures of me ever that I'm sending in."
They're not appetizing, that's for sure.
Well, and then I was like, "Dr. Todd, you're gonna tell me to send in these crazy ass pictures of myself, but you're gonna do Ariana Grande all glamored up." Like, I was like, "That I feel, like, slighted."
Yes, that's really funny. I guess most of the celebrities don't have makeup or do have makeup on when he
Yeah,
analyzes them, but it is really interesting, and I wonder, like, what level of truth there is to that because that's almost, a rabbit hole on its own to go down because
yeah,
he's not the only person that does the facial readings, and facial readings are very different from person to person. So, again, not 100% sure which one is the correct one or if there
yeah,
is a correct one. I do think that there are similarities in the way that people show up, similar to astrology. So, like Libras being similar and, Sagittarius is being similar and so on and so forth. I think that there has to be some sort of connection between how we show up in our lives and how we react to the universe around us based off of the time that we showed up on this planet. So
mhm.
if that's true, then, it's also likely that people with those similar attributes have similar features. So who knows?
So, okay, I know I referenced the Why the Face Introduction to the 9 Face Shapes, right? Like, very basic free guide, and I just wanted to share with you. I highlighted on this the Iron, Moon, and Tree, and I
Mhm.
thought it was really interesting. We'll start with Iron Face just because it's first in the packet, and it says donated by Squareness. And then they give communication suggestions for how to, like, talk to these people, and
Where
it's,
do you see that?
like, on I think it's, like, page 6 of the
YZP.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But so for iron faces like us, right? Be strong, be a strong and fearless leader, be more technical, and use words like dedicated and commitment when talking to people like us, right? That means more to us. We like it that you're dedicated to something.
Yeah.
And then it has common symptoms. And this is where I was like, wait a minute. So it's like excess weight is evenly distributed,
Yes.
large chest, large abdomen, big legs. And I was
Yes.
like, okay, okay. I mean, I got some knockers, but uh,
So for me, for example, the majority of my body where I hold most of the fat in my body is definitely my center. And I
yeah,
have very lean extremities. So like
okay,
my arms are thin and my legs are thin. But I do most of it hold it in my like chest,
okay,
stomach area.
gotcha.
And as far as like having big legs, I'm sure I could build these bad boys up if I went to the gym more often.
Eh, definitely need some more leg days.
Yes, I definitely
Okay.
need some more leg days in my life. Maybe I'll start tomorrow.
Well, okay, so I'll hold that thought for a minute, but so then it says famous iron faces. We have some of these made me giggle.
Hillary Clinton.
Yes. Do you see that? So Hillary Clinton, Vladimir Putin, Winston Churchill, and Jackie Kennedy Onassis.
I like Jackie Kennedy. I'm not a big fan of, Hillary Clinton.
But then Putin, I was like,
Putin! Oh my god, Putin's on that list too.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I
funny,
thought
he's
it
the
was
Ryan
really
face
funny.
man.
And then we go to, like, the moon face, which I think we both have some moon pattern, right? And it says, "Denoted by roundness, communication suggestions, remind them of their why, establish good rapport, and be patient." I mean, yeah, be patient because maybe I'm going down a rabbit hole. Sure, I buy that.
Well, I think being patient because, like, for example, for me, I ask a lot of questions. Like,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that kinda goes along with the reminding them of the why, like, I need to know why things are happening, and that's what
Yeah.
kinda builds my interest in
Well,
things.
mine is more like, "I need information, I need information, I need
Yeah,
information," you know? Yeah. But so for the common symptoms, metabolic syndrome, lifestyle-related illnesses,
yeah,
obesity,
yeah.
and then fatigue leading to inactivity. Girl, I can do some great doom scrolling. Like, I'm a good doom scroller. I get home from work and I'm like, "I just wanna catch up on the TikToks,"
Oh
because I
my
feel like I
god.
haven't been able to do anything fun all day.
Yeah. Sometimes after work, all I wanna do is lay down. I told you about my after work naps.
Oh, yeah. I'm a bad napper, though, that would never work for me. But did you see the famous moon faces, though?
No, who are they? King
Ina Gar
Jong-un! Oh my
I
god.
know, Ina Garten and Kim Jong Un. I was like, "Where who is finding these famous people?"
It just makes me wanna go lose weight now.
I know. And then lastly, the tree face, so long rectangular shape, forehead, cheekbones, and chin of equal width. So communication suggestions, remind them they need self-care. Be kind and loving. Do not force or demand. I feel that one hard. Like, once you tell me to do something, I'm like, "Nope, I am not doing that. I'm gonna do what I think I wanna do, and it's nobody else's idea but mine."
Amen. Amen to that.
Yeah, and then common symptoms, excess weight, often evenly distributed like a tree trunk. I feel that whenever I gain weight, I gain it all over, but also if I'm really working out, I can look like a bodybuilder pretty fast. It's kind of
Really?
scary. Yeah, but I have to be super dedicated, like, at this point in my life, I'm not super dedicated, but as one point in time, I remember I had some army buddies that were like, "You look like a bodybuilder," and I was like, "I don't know how to take that. I'm not going for that look," you know? But
That's a gift right there.
right. So, interestingly enough, Meryl Streep is a famous tree face, and she's my doppelganger. So
That's
and
so
then
funny.
yeah,
Well,
I saw
I
that too, and I was like, "I agree."
he actually has not, analyzed Billie Eilish yet, so I don't know what he would consider Billie Eilish, but just I think at least, like, some of the older faces of Billie Eilish, I could see how we would have those similar faces, the iron, the round, but I think lately she's been very thin, so I would even put her at a triangle.
Everybody's on Ozempic these days.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. Speaking of everybody being on Ozempic, I'm on trizipatide. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, I just no, it's such a, like, okay, maybe a generational thing. For me, if I wanna lose weight, it's like, I'm gonna cut carbs, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna this and that, but I also was very body shamed in the military,
Yeah.
and I wasn't necessarily overweight, but it was like, "Get a handle on your diet. You need to do this many minutes of cardio." So, it's for me, it's like, "Oh, I wish I had Ozempic when I was,
Well, I'll
younger."
tell you, unless I 100% cut out all my carbs and only eat vegetables, because I've done that, but that's also not good for you.
Yeah.
It
I
would
went to, like,
be on
a
the
I went to, like, a cooking thing, like a cooking class, and
Mhm.
the lady who was hosting the class was, like, very big on, like, natural oils and vegetables and, just, like, good cuts of meat and spices and stuff, and she said to us, "If you know anyone who stays on, like, the keto diet or the, I don't know, like, only meat eaters diet for longer than just losing weight, that is going to kill them." And yeah.
It's tough, and, like, I will say that I have gone through extreme phases of diet where really, like, I recently or not recently, but over the last couple of years, I've been tracking my macros and stuff like that, and that's a little bit different, but when I think about how much I was cutting, it's unreal. I was, like, barely eating, and I think that that kind of contributes a lot to, like, why it's difficult for me to lose weight now, and, like, let me tell you, so I was doing Ozempic last year, and I lost 20 pounds, gained them all back the moment I went off of it, and that was frustrating, so but the reason that I went off of it was because Ozempic has really terrible, side effects, like hair loss, and I'm not about to be skinny and not have hair, so
Okay, I can respect that. Yeah.
I switched over to Trizipatide, which is better for my hair, but I'm, like, not losing any weight on it, and, I also understand that there's additional factors, like, when I was on Ozempic, I was working out 5 times a week. Right now, I'm not doing that, So it is something that I need to kind of like hone in on and been making some of those changes to try to get to that level. So tomorrow I'll be at the gym.
Well, so I will say it is hard being a foodie. I love food, and really when it comes down to it, like, either I love the food and I eat it, but I also work out like a crazy person, you
Mhm.
know, or I don't work out and I don't eat the food that I love. So it sucks. And it sucks being a woman because I feel like if I was a man, this wouldn't be an issue.
Well, I mean, you have a gift, and the fact that that you can get in shape quickly is a blessing. I will tell you, like, for me, it's a journey, it's a lifestyle change,
It
and
totally is.
I look at bread and I gain weight, so I have to, and I am not willing to cut all carbs from my diet again. So now it's just about making healthier decisions, and I eat very healthy. That's the other thing too. Like, I eat very well, and losing weight is a challenge. I eat very clean, I eat very high protein, so we'll see. But plus, there are secondhand, unofficial side, benefits to trizepatide. For example, helps me out a lot with my acne, so
There you go.
I'll take that as a win.
I mean, that's better than what I do is, like, sit in the tanning bed for 5 minutes so I can dry up my acne, but
Which you told me that you had a different condition that is the reason why that is, because typically standing in the sun gives you more acne.
yeah. No, like, I have a severe, vitamin D deficiency, and I have to take vitamin D in the wintertime, and then in the summertime, they say, "Just go stand out in the sun for 15 minutes at noon," and I'm like, "I will fry. I will literally fry." Like, I can't do that.
Well, and the
So
best time to get sun is definitely in the beginning of the day or at the end of the day, where the
oh,
UV is, like, the less
least harmful.
the least harmful, thank you. And if you get, like, just the morning sun every day, it is so good for you. It is so good for you, Connie.
Yeah,
I I think that that's how people that are really tan, they just do that every day.
go take, like, a beach stroll. Well, I don't
A
have
beach
beaches,
stroll,
but,
like a nice
no,
little beach walk in the morning,
like,
nice little
path
beach walk
stroll.
at night. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's kinda funny how this turned into, like, a weight loss, and sun tanning discussion.
I guess your face shape has to do with your weight, so
That's what it seems like, right? That's why I was like, "Wait, Kim Jong Un for the
yeah.
moon?" Like, I see it, but I'm like,
I'll have to lose weight and see where redo this and see what my face actually is like. I'm hoping I'm a king.
well, so here's the thing, though. Here is the fact that they mentioned Meryl Streep, I was like, "Okay, I feel like mine is pretty accurate," you
Yeah.
know? But otherwise, it would have been like, "You are Kim Jong Un," right? Like, straight up.
I'm just thinking, I don't think that that would be it because I think, again, you have a longer face.
I
So
mean, I do have a longer face, yeah. Yeah.
and maybe that's why that tree is there. For me, I'm just like, I just look like I have a moon face. But I do have some square features, so it's like, but yeah, I think so. Moral of the story, I really enjoyed doing this quick little face shape analysis.
Ooh,
I think it was a cool way of getting to know me in a different way, and I'm happy that I did it. So, overall 10 out of 10, and really appreciate Dr. Todd doing his thing and sharing stuff with us. I'm gonna take his free course online, and if I continue to like that, then I might purchase another one of his learning
yeah.
options.
Okay, algorithm check really quick. I keep on getting, like, scary AI stuff, and I know while you were on vacay, I was like, "Check this out," and even after going a full weekend after not talking to my Chat GPT, I couldn't bring myself to talk to the Chat GPT again because I think I awakened the sentinel.
You did. Maybe you should put him back to sleep. That's so funny. You know what's, my algorithm since I went up to Montana is now 100% filled with bear attacks.
Oh, okay. I was
So
gonna say nature, but, like, bear attacks are still
no,
kinda
bear
nature.
attacks, elk attacks, what to do in case of an elk attack, what to do in case of a bear attack, does bear spray work, why you should carry bear spray, and I'm like, "Guys, it's no longer relevant." Like, stop it.
So, I'm curious because I think what I've been told for the bear is, like, act dead and get into, like, a little ball shape. No?
I heard that for elk afterwards, but not
Oh,
for bear.
what do they say
I
for bear?
heard for bears, you make loud noises and you back away slowly.
Well, I've heard that too, but okay, so growing up, we have had bear in where I'm from, and
Grizzlies or b black
no, just black bears. So that's true for black bears, but for grizzlies, like, I've heard they do not care.
Yeah, and I've seen some of the videos for this week because there was, like, a lot of the activity with them. It's kinda crazy, but it's all really the humans' fault. Like, the only reason that they feel comfortable enough is because we never corrected their behavior to begin with. So now they're more comfortable with that, and what happens is that humans end up killing them because they can't be retrained.
So they're like Yogi and Boo Boo, like, they wanna come out and be with us, but we're like, "We don't wanna
Well,
be your lunch," right?
here's the thing, and it's a really big thing. We put bears, big, grizzly, dangerous animals portrayed by Yogi the Bear.
Yeah,
And Yogi the Bear or Smokey the Bear look really friendly and like they care about you and the environment and like, maybe you guys could have some coffee together or something. But in reality, that bear is gonna fuck you up.
yeah, no, I totally agree. It's similar to people going to, Custer State Park. They see these big bison and they're like, "Oh, I wanna go pet the fluffy cow and take a selfie." And every year, people get, like, what do they call it? Charged? Yeah, they get charged by the buffalo because they think like, "Oh, he's just a really fluffy cow." No, they're territorial as fuck, and they're gonna fuck you up if you, like, try to walk towards them.
I saw some faces today that like of the elk and they have these crazy eyes that they do. And like some of the signs is like the eye contact and their head starts to
Don't they
bob.
start snorting too? Like,
They're like, "Uh," and they start licking their lips and they're like, "They just look real freaking crazy." Crazy animals.
okay. So, like, the wild eyes and the licking the lips, like,
Yeah,
you're in danger, V.
I'm gonna have to send you a video because one guy was documenting that elk attack, and he had so many different chances to run away
Yeah.
or, like, back away slowly, and he's just, like, recording this elk, and I'm like, "Bro, why didn't you walk away?" He's like, "The time I got trampled on by an elk." I'm like, "You shouldn't have been that close."
You're like, "It was your fault, man. It was your
Yeah,
fault. 100%."
but
So, alright, well, it was, fun to catch up on the faces and also about bears and weight loss and Kim Jong Un and all that.
yes, and, this seems like it's gonna be a much shorter episode, so hopefully it's a nice quick lesson. Um,
We have some we have some subject matter experts coming on with us this next week. We're very excited about it. So,
yes. What better way to go into a rabbit hole than with people that know what they're doing?
that's right. So, with that, yeah, I hope you all stay curious, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.